Alright, we're doing it again. I got some time to make some vids, so I'm trying to squeeze some more gameplay in, guys. This time, Seahawks versus the Browns. We're playing away this time as the Seahawks. See how that goes. Yeah, want to showcase the Seahawks away uniform. See if you guys like it. Last game I did was the home. Now we're doing away. So, should be able to beat up on the Browns. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, playing all pro football. All pro football, guys. You guys know this game. You know what it's about. Best football game out. Yeah, that was one thing that I was thinking about. So if you look at the, if you look at the teams when you go to the selection mode, for those of you guys who use the editor, you guys all know out there that you can select. You can select what teams you want to have as user controlled in the team, like the main menu where you're choosing the teams. But what I'm finding is that like in this case, the Browns are a CPU team I can choose. And I think even if I make them a user control team, I think they're on my user control team and I can play against them. So it's not anything that I'm not going to be able to figure out, but if anybody has any idea how that all works, I'm pretty sure it has to do with the slots. So I don't think it's just user control teams, or you're either on one side or the other. I think that maybe it's that the computer slots. So like the computer teams that normally are set for the Americans, Rhinos, etc. Those slots. Maybe those slots are the ones that always show up on the CPU no matter what. I don't know. I think that's what it is. I just, haven't really spent any time looking at it. But if that's the case, then I'm going to probably need to move around some teams to, to avoid starting a season and seeing the same team being played against you. So I don't know how it's going to work. I haven't spent any time yet trying to break down and test how the seasons start up. So if you guys know out there how all that works, for those of you guys who have been using the editor and you've spent time starting new seasons, then I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I know with the Rate Sports roster when they had it, they would say start a season and keep starting it until you find you don't find any issues with your schedule with your team on there. Like you can't have a season with your same team. Oof, big hit. So I'm gonna have to play around with that when the time comes, but I obviously want to make sure that, ideally it would be nice if, the teams that are in your conference, in your division, that you play them, twice a piece, and they're in your, they're on your schedule. Like the Bills, we normally play the Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets twice, but I know right now if I started a season with the Bills, they won't have all those teams on there. So I'm going to have to either deal with it and just play whatever, schedule I get, because uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. Yeah! I don't usually get runs like that, man. I'll take it. So you see Rawls, he's not a tier player, but he's got skills. That boy can run. I think he's in the 90s. Great blocking, man. That's why this game's legit. Nice run. Yeah. Let's check this out. See, the blocking that was a great block by number 74. Look at number 74 all the way out there. That's an O lineman right there, man. Boom. Just taking people on. And even that's the fullback, number 22. Just boom. Blocking. Look at all this great blocking we got on here. And this is a tight block right there, and I just beat him out. But yeah, so I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do, you know, with the season, the team, schedule, all that good stuff. And then when the time comes to release it all, you know, I'm going to have to, you know, see what I can do. But worst case scenario, you know, I'll release the roster and have you guys, you know, get the editor and you know, you change your teams around and, you know, your user control teams. But, you know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn, that was a nice run. Wow, he just blew it out. Hopefully it's on them, man. Bring that back. Flipping cool. Fuck it. I don't care. Oh, sorry. Sorry for the cursing, but man, I don't care. I'll take that all day. That was a nice run. That was a nice little spin, but that's my fault. I just jumped right past him. But even then, man, those big guys can't stop the momentum. He just took him out. Gone. Boy's fast too, man. Jeez. So yeah, so we're gonna have to see how all that goes. I got a long ways away before I get there, so I'm not really too worried about it now. But man, I'm loving it. I love seeing these teams, man. I hope you guys enjoy this. But I know I'm enjoying it more than I ever have. Man, my tackling skills are trash sometimes. I just run right past them. It's hard to tackle in this game. I mean, that was a good move, but man, I just ran right by him. So, but yeah, man, when you're making your own roster, what a difference. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just, you know, you're intimate with the things you've done. You know exactly what changes you've made, how much time you've put in, the research you've done. Even doing the uniforms, I mean, double checking things, triple checking things. I mean, the work that you're putting in is just, you know, it's you get the benefit of knowing firsthand what you've done, and you can appreciate it that much more. You know, when somebody releases a roster, and it's not that they don't do a good job. It's just, number one, you can never trust it because you didn't see it, and you can't trust it unless you go through every single player in the editor and you look at every single piece of information, and not just look. You have to go online and make sure that those, you know, all those things are right. So you have to check to make sure, hey, are their birthdays right? Is their equipment right? You know, is their weight and height correct? You know, and if you're going through all that, you might as well build it yourself. So I've never really had a chance to, or took the time to sit there and QA, you know, and audit rosters that come out, because it's just so time consuming. So then, you know, you just get what you get and you just try to see if it plays okay. But to actually build it yourself and know what ratings you're putting and know why you're putting them, it's just such a difference. And it's not saying that my roster is any better than anybody else's, but what it's just saying is that for anybody out there who's doing them, if you do them yourself, it's just such a different feeling. Such a different feeling. It just feels so much better for some reason. Well, not for some reason, for all the reasons I just said. God, man, I gotta get out of there. He ran right into the line. But yeah, so I'm still testing out, playing with the Seahawks, as you can see. So I'm trying to test out the rosters, but so far everything's looking pretty good. I really haven't made any changes to the ratings. You know, they're man, I thought it was gonna be more open than that. That was great defense. One thing I didn't like how he stopped the free safety. So he stopped right there. So right when he stopped, I figured I had him. I mean, he got a guy running full speed right past you, and you're stopped, you know, out there. And then all of a sudden, he just takes off and catches up. I didn't think he'd be able to do that. So that I didn't really care for. I would have thought I would have had more space, but maybe I just didn't throw it that well either, because this game's usually pretty good with that kind of stuff. Man, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, all right. Good blocking there, man. I had a lot of time. So the punting's getting better. They're getting more yards than they're punting. As you guys know, in this game, man, the way it came out of the box, you had to have a tier punter or kicker, whatever, to be able to get your kicks at a decent yardage. So it's amazing how much stuff's unlocked with this game now. I mean, just what a different game. I think about the days when, you know, I used to play this game and it was just the stock game. That's my bad. Oof. But man, to see how far we've come, and the sad thing is like, man, if they would have just made this game, if 2K would have just made this game with, you know, a full-featured editor and the ability to do franchise mode and all 32 teams. I mean, God, what a letdown, because, you know, this game engine is the best. I wish a company could buy this game engine. You know, I think about that. I think, like, why can't somebody just buy this game engine from them? And obviously they're holding on to it, but why couldn't someone buy the same exact game from them and enhance it? Like, all that code, even if they made it for the 360, I don't care. I wonder if they'd be willing to sell it or give it away to the community. I don't know, man. It's just, it's such a shame that it just gets bottled up, and we have to work with this, and believe me, this is pretty impressive what we're able to do, but at the same time, oh man, I let the computer play defense there, and he couldn't play defense. I guess that's Earl Thomas or Chancellor. Who is that? I think that's Earl Thomas. But I mean, imagine if we had all 32 teams, if we had, you know, a full editor, more faces we could use. Even if it didn't have the logos, I don't care about the logos. I mean, I would love to have them, don't get me wrong. But I mean, even if we had to stick with these uniforms and logos, I mean, they're 90% there. But if we had the ability to do, you know, 32 teams, all the divisions, and, you know, franchise mode, have the weekly wrap up, you know, with just like how they did with ESPN. I mean, there's so much potential for this game. But as far as like graphics and things like that, yeah, it'd be great to get a better game. But man, I'd be happy with good defense. I'd be happy with this same exact game, but just a full featured product, you know, and then we can mod it away, you know. But even the way it is, it's still, like, to me, it's still very enjoyable. I mean, I love it. But what are they doing with that code? That's my question. You know, they're just sitting on it. And, you know, they don't have, unless they've been working and nobody knows, but they probably don't have the same engine built for the next gen system, because they wouldn't spend that kind of money and resources to have it just sit there. But they have this game bottled up somewhere. They have the code for this sitting somewhere, man. So why not sell it? Why not give it to someone? Let them expand upon what they have. Even if you make it a 360 game and then Xbox One adds it in as like one of the legacy games. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't have to necessarily be a brand new platform. I mean, use the same code and enhance it. I mean, you could add more animations, you could do more with the game engine, but even if you left the game engine exactly the way it was, you know, you could still just add on to it. And from the things I was doing with the research and the pieces I was able to unlock, this game definitely had the skeleton of the old 2K game, and it had spots for all 32 teams, and it had spots for all the divisions. It's just they don't work. So I know this game was built off of 2K5. It was just you know, capped off. So the potential's there, guys, to make this game something if we had the source code. But 2K will never give anybody that. But to hold on to it, to me, is like just a waste. It just sits there. You know? Man, I'm gonna change it from a weak to a strong. God, that was terrible. So yeah, I think about like the ability to just take this game and gonna go to the second quarter. Take this game from 2K. I wish there was a way we could do that. Oh, God, I'd pay for that. I don't need them. I don't need them to do a new game. I'll make a new game. Oh no! Wow, what a pass! God, I meant to stop before I threw it. I didn't stop enough. Pressed it too early, but I don't know how the hell he threw that, but he threw it short.
He just couldn't get cranked up coming out of the tunnel, waiting until the second quarter to make his first catch. And you know, that's a big confidence builder, Dan.
I mean, even the things like when you first, you know, when we got this game out of the box, you know, we always had the generic players with the same numbers, and that always would annoy the hell out of me. I mean, the game came like that. That was a bug in the game. You would see the same number on more than one player, and that was annoying to deal with. You know, and then we had the limited tiers that you could apply. That was a big hit. I put my shoulder down too. He hit me hard.
His time there before he threw that nice pass. You know, his O-line gave him lots of room. A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chain. Great execution.
I think it'd be dope too to have like a fantasy God. Maybe not even a fantasy, but like a Hall of Fame type of roster. That'd be kind of cool because, you know, this game came with you know, Hall of Famers, but you know, you were limited to how many you could use. But imagine if you had a full team of like older players, like older teams, you know, get the best teams like the ones that Darth Destro did and put them all on a roster. That'd be pretty dope. But I'd still want to add in the oh god, that was a good pass. I still want to add in the legend faces. I can't stand those generics. I cannot stand them. But if somebody had like built like, and that's the thing too, like if there's some people out there that were to build, you know, like Darth Destro, Darth Destro, how he did those all team, those historical great teams, man. But he did them by himself, hex editing, and they don't have everything. But if we had all those, I could put those together. I could take each one of those rosters, export them out, and then import them into a file. So those are, if those were redone using the new editor, we could definitely take those and transport them and combine them. But yeah, I'm just talking, rambling, you know, whatever. So hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. I mean, these videos I'm doing is really to just show off the gameplay. I talk just because I think it's more interesting, hopefully, than just sitting here and playing the game. I know people that do videos when they just have the game playing with silence. I don't really care for that. And I know people, I've done like 1 or 2 videos like that and people have complained. So hopefully you guys enjoy the commentary. You know, I don't really have any special topics. I'm just talking straight from the dome. So, oof, that was pass interference almost by me, but hey, they didn't call it. Yeah, hope I can start seeing more videos out there, guys, man. Make some vids. Make some vids. But I'm going to take this roster, I'm going to transform it to 2K4, I'm going to transform it to Backbreaker. I'm excited about doing that. It's going to take me some work to put it on 2K4 because I don't think I ever put the code for that, so I have to recode it. But to get this out to Backbreaker should be pretty simple because I already coded it for the most part for Backbreaker. So I did it last year with the 2K4 roster. I exported it out and imported it into Backbreaker, and it was pretty seamless. So, but you know, that's the thing. Like when you do an automated version and you try to do an import process like that, you know, it's still not perfect. It's never as perfect as when you do it by hand. You know, so no, it's never gonna be perfect. Oh, that was a gun. Right on the money. And Seahawks are looking good, just like they should. They're looking tight.
Champ Curse really delivers on this play. Let's take another look. First at the catch. There it is, but he's not done.
Drilled it out there to him. And I wish, you know what I wish? I wish 2K made a golf game. You know, I love golf. And, you know, Tiger Woods is slacking. They call it Rory McIlroy now, but that game's slacking big time. Talk about a non-fully featured game. That game is just so behind. But we have, you know, we have the golf club, which is a pretty decent game. Then you have Perfect Golf for those of you guys out there who are fanatics who like golf. That's a PC game. And I play the golf club and I play Perfect Golf once in a while. But man, if 2K could do a golf game, that'd be pretty dope. You know, you never know. You never know how these games translate because their baseball game wasn't the best. But I know they had a dope football game. They had a nice engine, so they could try to take that magic and apply it to a golf game. Woo, boy. I'd be happy. I'd be so happy. Man, 2K, make a game, please. Make a game. Make a game, 2K. We need a game. And while you're not making one, I'm making my own. Amazing how far we've come. I'll tell you that much. Nice hit. Man, for anybody out there who dares to say this game's not the best gameplay, please make a video telling me why, how. Tell me how you think that. Please. I mean, you want to complain the game's not full featured? Fine, go ahead and complain. You want to go pound for pound on the field and tell me this game's not the best? Come on, man. Come on, man. Please. Please show me. I want to see those videos. Come on. RG3. So I wonder, man, you guys think RG3 is gonna do well this year? I don't know. Got a lot to prove, but I think he's just has too many issues. Ever since that injury, he hasn't been the same. Oh. He hasn't been the same. But I'm excited to watch. I'm gonna get. I normally get the DirecTV ticket because NFL ticket because I don't get Bills game. Man, that was a big hit. Better watch your back. Oof. Michael Bennett put a hit on him. Boom. Damn. I get the ticket, so I'm gonna try to check out these Browns games. Johnny Manziel, man, what a waste of money that guy was. Gosh. And I think I heard Skip Bayless say he thinks he's gonna come back in the league, to mark his words. I find that funny. Manziel's gone. That guy's just got his priorities backwards. Clown.
It's worth another look. Yep, he let some yards get by, but he made the stop when he had to. Lee gets ready to punt it away.
But yeah, man, you guys that are watching this, if you see anything off, you know, in these rosters, the one thing too, these rosters are you know, they're using the current depth charts, so unfortunately those are going to change. I don't know how much time I'll have to go back and fix everything, but you know, we'll see how it goes. You know, I'm not sure I'm going to have time to go back and fix everything and make sure all the players that are on the final roster in the right order are there. You know, there's going to be some injuries, there are going to be some surprises. Definitely some changes compared to what they were going to have. But yeah, you know, to go back and change all that, you know, it wouldn't take too long because the majority of players are still going to be there. But you're going to have to, you know, move some players around. You know, you got to move some players around and oh man, Wilson's fatigue is just beat right now. It's gonna take some work, but with the new roster editor, I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys, but I created the ability, for those of you who are still watching this video, I created the ability to save players. So now you can basically take players and put them into a free agency bucket. Obviously it's not in the game, but you can save them. It saves to a file, and those players are reusable. So, you know, instead of having to delete and add every year, you could save the players you made, you know. So RG3, you know, if you had RG3 in your roster from last year, you could just save him to the free agency and then copy him over to the new team and not have to really redo them. So it's going to make roster editing a lot more rapid. So I'm looking forward to that feature. That's already in my editor. I just haven't released it yet, guys. So just be patient. I'm trying to work on these editors. On these teams, and I'm making improvements almost every time I work on it. So when I'm done with this, I'm probably going to wait till I'm done with the roster, because by that time I'll have proven that, you know, it's been fully tested and I've put as many features as I can put in it. So just be patient, guys. Please be patient. Alright, so I'm just doing half, so let's watch the halftime show, and then I'll cut the video. So these videos take a long time, so hang in there. Hope you guys enjoy it, And let's see this halftime show. I got pretty decent yards. You know, I'm playing 8-minute quarters, guys, so I like them. I could probably do 9 or 10 minutes to get more realistic stats, but 8 minutes feels pretty good too. That was a nice run.
After driving 32 yards on 6 plays, number 6 is going to try to dial one in from very long distance. Plenty of leg to it, though.
So yeah, I'll be making a new team next. Seahawks are done. I'm looking forward to doing a new team. I'm not sure who I'm going to do. I might do the Jets. Trying to think of what the best team to do next, but Jets will be cool. So many good teams. Broncos. Tampa Bay would be pretty cool to do. I might do Tampa. Or Carolina. Carolina would be fun, man. There's so many teams to do. God, got a lot of work to do. Alright, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll just show some quick stats. Looks like Russell Wilson's not doing too bad. His percentage is trash, but no interceptions. And did RG3 have one? Nope. And obviously the rushing, man. Big run. But yeah, the more minutes you put, the better the stats. I think 10 minutes is pretty realistic. Let's look at the sacks. One apiece. Earl Thomas. So Earl Thomas. Got his stats there. Alright guys, until next time, hope you enjoyed the video. And leave your comments, let me know what you guys think. And I'll be doing more. Peace.